Hey, just another quick video here on the 18 Lizard talking upgrades. As you can see, probably the most obvious thing is I've changed the frame. So it's basically just the motors and flight stack from the Lizard, and I put a Runcam Swift Micro. We've got the Eachine VTX at the back here. The frame itself is a SPC Maker 95 GF, I think. I'll leave a link in the description. And then running Infinity 550 70C batteries. 3S, of course. So first I'll do a little bit of a race around my house here. Just a little track I've set up. And then I'll show you some freestyle.
It's honestly us against the world. We're the perfect team. You're my dream, and I just want it. Can't get to myself. Can't get to myself. Can't get to myself. Myself. Can't get to myself. Can't get to myself. Can't get to myself. It's my myself. Can't get to myself. Can't get to myself. Myself. Can't get to myself. Can't get to myself. Can't get to myself. Oh baby. Can't get to myself. Can't get to myself. Can't get to myself. Myself. Can't get to myself. Can't get to myself. Can't get to myself. It's my myself. Can't get to myself. Can't get to myself. Myself. Can't get to myself. Can't get to myself. Can't get to myself. Oh baby. Yeah, I just wanna. You're my dream, but I just wanna. Can't get to myself. Can't get to myself. Can't get to myself. Myself. Can't get to myself. Can't get to myself. Can't get to myself. It's my myself. Can't get to myself. Can't get to myself. Myself. Can't get to myself. Can't get to myself. Can't get to myself. But I just want it.
One thing to note about this frame is these parts are very hard to fit into it. I think it makes a very neat quad when you're done, but I had to Dremel out some notches from the camera to get it to fit in there. And along the front, that one would have hit the standoff there. Yeah, and use some hot glue to secure it, but that's so that I could get a bit more flight angle than it's supposed to provide stock. I think that's a good flight angle there for racing around and doing freestyle. It's about 35 degrees. And then I had to cut some little notches here. This is just using a Dremel. Just extend them out a bit further to fit the larger VTX than normally comes with them in there. And that allows you then to use 25 up to 200 milliwatts instead of the normal smaller 25 milliwatt VTXs. Other than that though, I think it makes a very neat quad. Just shorten the wires from the standard Lizard, and yeah, just ran the receiver there up the back with some heat shrink. Oh yes, and I had to Dremel an extra larger hole at the back to fit the VTX antenna. But yeah, otherwise super neat. So I suppose the last thing to do is weigh it. So it looks like it's coming in at 131 grams, which is about 12 grams heavier, or 132. It's about 12 grams heavier than a stock Lizard, but the advantages you're getting are a much better camera, more powerful VTX, and in my opinion a much sturdier frame and a better design, nicer to fly. But yeah, it's up to you if you think it's worthwhile. SPC Maker do sell it ready to fly with this frame, however it's $100 more expensive I think than the Lizard, so even with the frame and the camera it's cheaper to buy a Lizard, build it yourself, and then you've got a spare frame if you break it or whatever. But yeah. it turns out one of the motors keeps stopping and the ESC resets. I don't have a spare ESC, but I have some spare motors. So I've taken the liberty of changing the one that I found was stopping, and I'll show you what's happening now. So what you do is you shake a yaw spin. And that ESC just cuts out still. So, looks like I'm going to need to get a new ESC. So while I'm at it, I'm going to get new motors, new ESC, make it better, faster. I'll make a video on that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you haven't.